Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm super excited to be doing this video with you. I'm doing salt and pepper shakers that sell for high dollar, and I myself just bought over 250 pairs of salt and pepper shakers. I'm going to show you the ones that I bought at the end of this video, and I am going to be selling the majority of them on Whatnot for only a $3 start tomorrow on Monday. So be there because they're absolutely amazing. So if you don't know, salt and pepper shakers can be extremely valuable, as you are going to see. I'm going to show you 25 salt and pepper shakers that sold for over $300, and these are not lots. Some of them are even single shakers. Absolutely incredible. If you're not looking at them, you definitely need to start. First up is this vintage Napco girl sitting on candy cane salt and pepper with the box. This one is from 1959, Japan, $350. They accepted best offer and that original box, which is pretty darn cool to see. There's, of course, wear on that, but this is just really, really neat. So here you can see the candy cane is one, the girl is the other one, and this one is in excellent condition. You can see the Napco 1959. So you would have known the year even if you didn't find these with the box. And these will sell this high even without the box. These are in really, really good condition and an amazing sale best offer on $350. Next up is a rare PY Anthropomorphic Ballerina Bears Salt and Pepper Shaker, Japan. This was an auction, got one bid, sold for $350. Start it at what you're willing to take. Don't start it low because you might not get those bids, but this one sold for $350. If you do not know what anthropomorphic is, that is giving human-like qualities to animals. And I have quite a bit of anthropomorphic shakers in my lot. Here you can see these are just shy of 4 inches. Another set that's in really, really good condition. They do not have the stoppers. I do put a note if mine don't have the stoppers. And beautiful, beautiful sale at $350. Next is one that was very, very similar to that first one, and it was made in this year in 1959. So this is another Napco, but this is a girl and boy with the star and Christmas tree, sold for a best offer on $350. And here you can see the little girl and the little boy. And these do not have the box. So again, you don't need the box to get that sale. These do have the original sticker and the stopper. And you can see that Napco 1959. Really, really cute set here and in great condition and a wonderful sale. This was an auction as well. It was started at $350. It got 3 bids and only went up by $5. So this is a Tressler Comet Neltner Oil Company, Cincinnati, Ohio, gas salt and pepper shaker. So amazing sale on these. I would not have thought this. There you can see the oil company. This was probably like a promotional set sold at the gas station. I'm assuming there are probably not many out there. You can see that made in the USA. And the sticker is still in excellent condition. The salt and pepper has an S and a P cut out on the top, which is pretty cool. And this was a great sale at $355. That sold for $352. This is Alexander Gerard design La Fonda del Sol restaurant salt shaker. Just the one, $352. Look at this. 3 inches. There you can see clearly marked La Fonda del Sol design and incredible sale. I would not have known this. I don't know that I would have picked this up. Now I will because I know, but I don't think I would have. Tell me in the comments if you would have thought this was worth as much as it was. This one is so different and it is so friggin' cool. This is a BRM, Bruce R. McDonald rocket ship. This is so mid-century modern. It's a salt and pepper mill. It sold for a best offer on $375 and very clean condition. There is the BRM on the bottom. So you would be able to look that up. You can see the stainless steel and an amazing sale close to $400. This vintage Napco set. So Napco PY Japan, definitely something to watch for. These are stacking. So the salt is the head and the pepper is the bottom of the body. Almost $400 for this little snowman. Absolutely incredible. And here you can see the Napco original sticker on the bottom, and this was an excellent sale. Then we have some Santa and Mrs. Claus rocket ship salt and pepper shakers, $399. And here you can see them. I wonder, these remind me of Holt Howard. I'm not sure if they are. Nope, these are just simply marked Japan. They might be Holt Howard. If they are not stamped, but an excellent sale at $399. I would not have known the value of these corn shakers. So this is vintage Indian corn, large salt and pepper shakers, sold for a best offer on $400. They are almost 5 inches. And let's see if they're marked. They're just marked 3117. And I'm not sure what makes these so valuable, but definitely keep an eye out for them. This pair, I feel like the seller probably got a great surprise because these were a auction started at $9.99 for 7 days. There were 6 different bidders. Of course, they had them at the perfect time, right before Halloween. But a miniature Halloween ghost and spooky tree, not branded, $410. No markings, no nothing. They are tiny. They are just over an inch, and they sold for $410. Here are some more Japan ones. These are bunny rabbits, and they sold for a best offer on $400. And we'll take a look here. There's a Made in Japan sticker. These are marked $14.40. These look to be in excellent condition. These are another one that is anthropomorphic, which definitely gets some sales. Look at this. They have a chip on them. So they are not in perfect condition and still sold for a best offer on $400. I mentioned Holt Howard earlier, and here are some Holt Howard shakers. So this is Little Salt and Little Pepper Candy Cane Angel shakers, $425 sale. If you do not know Holt Howard, please, please learn him. Absolutely amazing pieces and a ton that sell high. So here you can see the HH Japan and the HH stamp on this. So that is how you would be able to identify it as Holt Howard, and an excellent sale at $425. I was very, very excited to see this one because I just got a lot of dance items, and I do buy dance quite frequently because I know a lot of them are valuable. So this is a vintage dance Jens Quistgaard Denmark teak peppermill salt shaker. So the single one sold for $449, and I believe the salt's on top and then the peppermill is on the bottom is what I am thinking. Yeah, there you can see the pepper there on the bottom. And this one is right at, it looks like a little over 8 inches, and an amazing sale at $449. These Mackenzie Childs Piccadilly Bird salt and pepper shakers remind me of pie birds almost, with their mouths open and up like that. This was an auction, only got 1 bid, sold for $499. On the backside, you can see that Mackenzie Childs check, which I try to watch out for to help identify. Not all of the pieces have it, but a lot do. And it looks like that one did have a stamp, but it has worn off over time. So these you would have to identify using Google Lens. It says April 2011, but it looks like some other stuff wore off. And again, start these auctions at the lowest you're willing to take. Next up is some Mount Washington egg shakers. I love Mount Washington glass. I think I have a couple pieces in my store for sale. So this has the tree holder. It does say they are in excellent condition. Sold for a best offer on $495. Really pretty pink and white glass, and you can see the tops are in excellent condition as well. It doesn't say that this is sterling, so I think this is just silver tone, and still brought almost $500, but beautiful, beautiful pair of Mount Washington shakers. Some more Holt Howard. These are Starry-Eyed Santa salt and pepper shakers. They sold for $500. Here on the bottom, so some of them are marked HH, and you see that HH Japan sticker, and then some say it out like these do. So these say 1959 Holt Howard, and these have crazing. They have some chips, and they still sold for $500. Some more Anthropomorphic. Pay attention to Anthropomorphic. Left in Kitsch pink poodle shakers, $519. And here you can see, I know I have Miss Priss salt and pepper shakers, but hers only go for about $35. But this pink poodle set went for $519. Next up are some sea serpent fish. These are 800 silver, so I do want to point that out, and they sold for $585. Really, really neat set here. And let's see if they zoom in. Yep, there you can see that 800 silver marking. And really, really pretty set here. They are hinged on the bottom to fill them. And this is a lot of silver and an excellent sale at $585. Another auction with just one bid. These Frankoma pottery jug salt and pepper shakers sold for $585. So most people, when they're doing an auction, they're hoping it's going to go a lot higher. But if they started at the lowest they're willing to take, they sell the item really quick in 7 days. It doesn't sit there. So kind of a win-win as long as it's something sought after and you started at the lowest you're willing to take. So these Frankoma, you can see, are black. And there is the bottom. I don't see the Frankoma marking, so you would have to identify them another way. How about $650 for some salt and pepper shakers? I have never heard of this artist. These are Wesley Anderegg, and sold for best offer on the $650. These are definitely different looking. They definitely would have caught my eye. They almost look like mummies. Really beautiful pottery pieces. And here you can see the Anderegg here. And then on the next one, you can see the 1994 date. So gorgeous, gorgeous pottery set, an amazing sale at $650. With this one, we are up to our top 5. This is an ultra rare vintage Norcrest Snowman Snowball Fight salt and pepper shakers, $750. This is super cute. You can see the splattered snowball on his hat, and he's got one in his hand. Very, very cute set. And these, again, are Norcrest. There you can see the original sticker in Japan on the bottom. There's your tops. Little bit of chip there. Even with the chip, though, they still sold for $750. Our number 4 sale is this cast sterling silver frog salt and pepper cruet set. Sold for $781 from 2002. So they are vintage, but not that old. 166 grams, though. This is some heavy frogs. Really, really neat set. There is the bottom of these, and I don't see a sterling mark, which is quite interesting, but these sold for $781. Check out these Yukago Japan salt and pepper shakers Noel, sold for a best offer on $1,000. Absolutely incredible. They do have their original box. And this is just crazy. And I think there were some of these in the auction that I won mine off of, but I don't think that I won them. Now I'm second guessing stopping bidding on them because they were in a lot with some other stuff. So definitely keep your eye out for this Noel set. Coming in at number 2 are these Chinese gold filigree, sterling silver, enamel, duck form salt and pepper shakers. These are cloisonne, and these were an auction. They were a 10-day auction. There were 13 different bidders, and they were actually started at $8.50 and went all the way to $1,600. That is so incredible. That is like every seller's dream. You start something at $8, it ends up at $1,600. So here you can see the shakers with the heads off. And there is the marking on there that says that they are sterling. And an incredible, incredible sale. $1,614 for one pair of shakers. Our number 1 selling is this Lipper and Man flour, salt, and pepper shaker set. $1,999. How incredible is that? For little flowers, so they must be very, very rare. Here you can see the Lipper and Man Japan and 23 of 70. And amazing, amazing sale on these at $2,000. And what we are going to do now is I'm going to go into a video now and show you all of the salt and pepper shakers that I just won on auction that will be available to you on Whatnot tomorrow, starting at $3. Not all of them, but probably 95% of them will be on Whatnot tomorrow, starting at $3. I will post the time up on the screen for you and also post a link to get, I think you get either $5 or $15 for free. So I'll post that down in the comments. Let's go look at my salt and pepper shakers. All right, my friends, you can tell me if I'm crazy, but look at these guys. This one is so cute. It's a little cat on a bike, and then the cat's in the chair. There's Miss Priss. I think I am going to put her on eBay, so I don't think she will be available. But if you're interested and want her before I put her on eBay, message me. Look at the little kittens in the basket. Here are some little deer. Super cute. And then there are so many more. There are some really, really nice ones here. I don't wonder if any of these are sterling. Huh, that might be interesting. So that's some swans, butterflies with Hawaii, the snails. I don't think the snails will be there either. Look at the little duck. All right, check out the parrots on the perch. Some really, really neat ones. The onions, the butterfly, mushrooms. There are so many cool ones here. Then I've got some from the different states. I've got unicorns. I've got zebras. Look at those. Those are little baby cows, I think. Oh, I have pink poodles. I think there were some pink poodles in that. I might need to check those. All right, and then we have a bunch of elephants. Elefantes. Look at the cute hedgehogs. Santa. I don't know who that dude is. There's a little chick there. And then, look at all of the owls. If you like owls, check out all of these owls. I think the majority of the owls will be there for $3 start. So, here are my anthropomorphic ones. Look at these guys. Really, really cool. So, definitely come see me. All right. Some amazing ones. Tell me what your favorite one that you saw was. All right, what did you think of all the ones that I bought? Am I absolutely bonkers? I might be. My good friend Marcia, Red Cardinal Treasures, bought a bunch just like I did, and she still has some years later. Hopefully that's not me. I hope you will join me tomorrow for the live Whatnot sale. We will be starting them at $3 a pair. and hopefully sell a bunch of them to you guys. I think what I'm going to do is just like show a box and you guys can tell me which ones you want me to run and we'll just roll with it that way. And again, they'll start at $3. So check out that link in the comments. I really, really appreciate you watching. Hype the video up if you can find the button. I can't find the button, but some of you have found the button. So please hit the hype button for me so my video gets shared out more. I really do appreciate you watching. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend, and I hopefully will see you tomorrow on Whatnot.